If you thought handheld consoles had reached their limit, ANBERNIC just proved otherwise. The brand is stepping into an entirely new league with its latest flagship vertical handheld, the RG477V. This might look like another nostalgic Game Boy style device, but it is a fully modern Android machine packed with surprisingly powerful hardware, a bold new full-screen vertical design, and emulation performance that pushes way beyond anything the company has attempted in this form factor. So today we're diving deep into 10 crazy features that make the ANBERNIC RG 477V one of the most exciting vertical handheld consoles of this generation. A shockingly powerful Dimensity 8300 processor. Let's start with the biggest surprise. Inside this compact shell is the 4nm MediaTek Dimensity 8300, an octa-core processor normally found in mid-range and flagship Android smartphones. That alone puts the RG477V far above typical emulation handhelds that rely on older chips. Paired with a Mali G615 MC6 GPU, this combination delivers efficient, high-performance computing, strong thermal behavior, and exceptional emulation capability. The chip is powerful enough to run systems like PS2 and GameCube smoothly, but more impressive is its ability to dip into early Switch titles and even lightweight PC games. For a vertical handheld, that is simply unheard of. The Dimensity 8300 also brings excellent power efficiency thanks to its 4nm process, meaning the device can sustain higher performance for longer gaming sessions without throttling as aggressively as previous Android handhelds. It's one of the main reasons this handheld is being talked about as a major leap forward for the vertical form factor. A stunning 4.7-inch, 120Hz display. The RG477V gives you a screen worthy of that power. The handheld features a 4.7-inch LTPS in-cell touchscreen with a 1280 by 960 resolution. And the big highlight here is the 120Hz refresh rate. Vertical handhelds don't usually get premium displays, so seeing a panel this smooth, this sharp, and this vibrant in a retro-focused device is a massive upgrade. The higher refresh rate translates into incredibly fluid UI navigation, buttery smooth Android animations, and excellent responsiveness during fast-paced gaming. Retro titles look clean and crisp, PSP and Dreamcast games gain new life, and PS2 visuals benefit from the fluidity. Touch support also makes Android navigation feel natural, removing the clunky experience older emulation devices often suffer from. A bold full-screen vertical design. One of the most striking differences between the RG477V and previous handhelds is its design language. ANBERNIC has seriously reduced bezel size, creating the feeling of a full-screen vertical handheld. You still get that nostalgic Game Boy style silhouette, but the front now looks modern, almost borderless and far more immersive. The vertical grip makes the handheld easy to use one-handed for lighter games and comfortable for longer sessions with more demanding titles. The layout lends itself well to RPGs, turn-based games, indie titles, retro consoles, and even touchscreen-driven Android apps. For many players, this classic handheld ergonomics with full modern screen real estate will be the perfect balance. Android 14 for serious flexibility. Gone are the days when handheld emulators ran custom Linux systems or outdated versions of Android. The RG477V launches with Android 14, opening up a massive world of possibilities. The RG477V's Android 14 system gives you full Google Play Store access, letting you install modern Android games, premium apps and powerful emulators. It supports Ether SX2 forks, Dolphin MMJR, and Skyline derivatives, delivering high-end emulation performance. You can also stream your PC or console library through Steam Link, Moonlight, and PS Remote Play. For organization, front ends like Digishow, Launchbox, and Reset Collection work seamlessly. The OS even includes a built-in AI assistant for smoother navigation and setup. This level of software freedom instantly elevates the handheld beyond a retro machine. It becomes a portable gaming tablet, a multitasking device, and even an entertainment system. With Android 14's improved security and performance, the system feels fast, clean, and ready for heavy use. Robust emulation performance across generations. With its chipset and display working together, the RG477V is expected to deliver some of the strongest emulation performance seen in a vertical handheld. Systems such as NES, SNES, GBA, Genesis, PC Engine, PS1, N64, Dreamcast, Saturn, PSP, Nintendo DS, GameCube, Wii, and most PS2 games at full speed. All run exceptionally well based on what we know of the Dimensity 83000's real-world performance in other devices. PS2 is the real spotlight. God of War, Shadow of the Colossus, Gran Turismo 4 and other demanding titles have a strong chance of being playable at full speed. Combine that with the 120Hz screen, and these older titles suddenly feel far more responsive than they ever did on original hardware. For Switch emulation, you'll be limited to lightweight games and indie titles, but the fact that it's even possible on a vertical handheld is remarkable. A large 5300 mAh battery with fast charging. Performance means nothing without battery life, and ANBERNIC clearly recognized this. The RG477V packs a 5300 mAh battery, which is large for a vertical handheld of this size. Depending on the emulator or app you're using, you can expect anywhere between 3 to 7 hours of gameplay. Lighter retro systems will push you toward the higher end, while PS2 or GameCube emulation will naturally consume more. The handheld also supports 27-watt fast charging, meaning you can top it up quickly during breaks. This turns the device into a practical daily companion, instead of something that constantly needs to be plugged in. Premium all-glass front. A major design upgrade comes in the form of an all-glass front panel. This gives the handheld a premium look and feel that's very different from plastic-fronted retro devices. The glass is resistant to micro-scratches, helps maintain clarity over time, and contributes to the sleek, full-screen aesthetic ANBERNIC is aiming for. For collectors and handheld enthusiasts, this modern material choice instantly places the RG477V 775 in a more premium category, emphasizing the flagship label ANBERNIC is applying to it. Active cooling for sustained performance. One of the biggest flaws in many handheld emulators is passive cooling. They overheat, throttle, and lose performance during longer sessions. ANBERNIC solves that by including an active cooling system with a high-speed fan and a heat pipe. This allows the Dimensity 8300 to maintain stable performance even when running demanding platforms like PS2, GameCube, or heavy Android games. The fan ensures heat dissipates consistently, and combined with the efficient 4nm chip, the handheld should remain comfortable to hold and reliable during marathon gaming sessions. Modern connectivity for today's gaming needs. A flagship device needs flagship connectivity, and ANBERNIC delivers. The RG477V Supports Wi-Fi 6E for fast downloads, online multiplayer and cloud gaming, Bluetooth 5.3 for controllers, earbuds and keyboard, USB-C with 1080p DisplayPort output. That last feature is unexpectedly powerful. With USB-C video output, you can connect the handheld to a TV or monitor and use it like a mini console. Pair it with a Bluetooth controller, and suddenly your vertical handheld becomes a home gaming system running Android emulators and apps on a big screen. Strong RAM and storage options with expandability. The RG477V offers two configurations: the 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage, and the 12GB RAM plus 256GB storage. Both variants support microSD expansion up to 2 TB, ensuring plenty of room for large PSP, PS2 and GameCube libraries. Modern Android apps also benefit from the increased RAM, keeping multiple emulators or apps running smoothly in the background. For power users who want to run high-resolution texture packs or manage front-ends loaded with artwork and metadata, these storage and memory options are more than enough. The ANBERNIC RG 477V represents a turning point for vertical consoles. The combination of a 120 Hz full-screen display, a flagship-class processor, active cooling, strong battery life, and a premium design puts it miles ahead of previous devices in this category. This is ANBERNIC merging nostalgia with cutting-edge performance, giving players a device that looks classic but behaves like a powerful mini Android gaming machine. If you're a handheld collector, an emulation enthusiast, or just someone looking for a pocketable device that can handle PS2 and beyond, the RG477V is shaping up to be one of the most exciting launches in the portable gaming space.